Here we are in the heart of London's Mayfair this morning, and we're here to see Jan Taylor. I'm actually going to read her house. Now, that might sound a bit unusual, and I know nothing about Jan except the fact that she's married, she runs a fashion accessory business, and there are children. So what we're going to be doing is you're going to follow me on this journey to actually read her property to see if we can find out what's really going on in her life. So here we are at Jan's front entrance, and already there are some pointers that would alert me to issues. For example, there's a missing bit here. Do you notice how the front door doesn't come fully out? That's a problem. There's no number. How do we know who lives here? How do we know which door to knock on? In fact, I'm guessing now. There's also lots of broken panes here. Cracked glass, broken. There's a few more over there. And there's a certain amount of paintwork and disrepair and scratches. All clues to something not being fantastic about this house. And also, the size of this letterbox in proportion to the house is more of a clue than you might think. So let's go inside. Welcome to Jan's house, and whoops. Now, this immediately is a problem, because we can't get in this house, can we? Because this mirror's taking us straight back out energetically. So that, again, with everything that's going on in this front door, does point to me there's some issues here. So let's see what's behind that mirror, because what is behind a mirror is always relevant. So follow me. The master bedroom. Now, the master bedroom is always interesting within a home because it's where the main relationship hopefully takes place, and there's always some big clues as to what's going on. Now, interesting enough, we've again got a mirror problem. The bed is here, and we've got mirrors at the end of the bed. Now, mirrors expand energy. They make us bigger. Well, we don't really want that when we're trying to go to sleep, do we? Because what happens is, while we're trying to sleep, the mirror's sort of pumping stuff around, and consequently, over the long term, we could get health issues, or we could sleep like the dead and not really feel like getting up in the morning. Interesting enough, this is the relationship corner of this bedroom, this particular room. And there's a beautiful statue on the windowsill that would enhance any relationship, this beautiful embracing couple. However, the effect of that is ruined by all this junk underneath it. Look at this. Not only that, but we've got mirrors doubling the clutter. So you've got double trouble in effect. Not great for whatever's going on inside this home and the marriage. There's some more clues to the fact that there may be some health issues in this, and this is all this electronic equipment in the bedroom. Now, I've got my little meter here, and this checks electromagnetic fields off objects like this. Now, human beings have an electromagnetic field, but we need ours to be kept at a certain calm level, and we certainly don't need what these machines emit to show you. Now, if I do it on the carpet first, which is obviously an inanimate object, we hope, unless there's got some underground wiring. But it's a fairly low emission, nothing really too serious. Bring that up and put it in front of here and just listen to that buzz get a lot louder. Same on the TV. This is not great when you're sleeping in the same atmosphere as this, because the two force fields are clashing. You've got this mirror emphasising it. It's all going on in here, believe me. So right next to the bed, we're just going to continue with this meter. Look at the phone. Again, a big charge. Now, this lamp, not too bad when it's turned off, but watch what happens when we turn it on. Now, look at this. She's put some really beautiful symbols of what she would expect and want from a relationship. There's this lovely, passionate couple at the top here. She certainly wants to include romance, as depicted on this beautiful wooden box. There's a lovely picture of her parents, who are apparently happily married for 50 years. That's pretty good going. She certainly wants intellectual stimulus. A brain's important in a man. And judging by the disproportionate size of Minnie to Mickey here, she also wants to be in control. We'll need to check with her later. Now, compared to the bedroom we saw this morning, if you remember, with all those mirrors and everything, this is a great bedroom placement. We've got wonderful matching bedside tables, beautiful lamps, nice colour of romance in this wonderful rich burgundy colour, and that all-important headboard, which gives support, security and nourishment to the people that sleep here. People in here will get a good night's sleep. It's amazing how we put symbolism in our houses. Look at that. There's definitely about size being an issue in this household. Limited edition of Peter Pan, and the lady of the house is called Wendy. Now, this is fantastic, Wendy, because this room, when I came around last time, was very, very different. And this is obviously the hub of where all your career and well-being takes place. And it's also on the edge of your relationship corner in terms of the whole house. So it was blue and green before.
It was, yes, yeah. It was. When I first moved in, I just had to decorate it quickly because I didn't like what was there before and just chose those colours. and I was never really happy with it. And this is my creative area because I write in here and I do a lot of work in here. And I wanted something deeper and warmer and richer, and I chose this colour.
And this particular colour, because there is a little bit of missing out there, so this area we needed to enhance. And this colour is great for your fame and fortune, recognition, your status in the world. So tell me, since you did this, how's that been in your life?
Well, it's been extraordinary because I've written a book and had it published, and
That's pretty
also
I think I'm going to go and change mine.
Well, it wasn't kind of just like that, but it was a lot of work, and all the work took place in here. So obviously, it's been good for me.
That's fantastic. Now, I just must ask you, because although I recommended the colour, I didn't recommend the wallpaper, and the wallpaper's fascinating. I'm really interested in this. Can you explain this a little bit?
Well, this is Toile de Jouy, which is 18th century French design. All of these papers in all the different colourways come with little characters and animals in them. And usually some little sort of love stories, little romances going on all over the place.
Now, I have to ask, because it is on the edge of your relationship area, so since you did this, how has your love life been?
Well, I've had lots of little romances and lots of little stories, so I suppose it's, you know, it's depicted in the wallpaper.
And did you, I mean, it's interesting because we didn't discuss that, you didn't choose that, so that literally has just come.
Well, I needed to break up the deep burgundy, I think, and it's worked very well. And I must say that my 80-year-old aunt wallpapered this wall for me.
Really?
Yes.
That's very impressive.
Yes.
She's obviously
she's
still
wonderful.
going strong.
She's wonderful up the ladder. Yeah.
Now, as part, it's different from your book, but one of the other things that you do is these beautiful boxes here.
Yes.
And there's certainly masses. I mean, I love these. Perhaps if you could actually just show us one, because they really are stunning.
This is an original cigar box. This started out life in the Dominican Republic with 25 cigars contained inside. And when the cigars were smoked, this would have been thrown away. And so I found a way of recycling what is really a very beautiful box with a Romeo and Juliet image, again a couple, a loving couple, and the boxes are polished with the cellulose spray to make them hard wearing and waterproof. They're lined in different ways, very beautiful. The little mirror.
And they're all different, aren't they?
Every single one is different, and it's just a very nice way of recycling a product.